Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Where are we? Let me see. Plug this in, check the Wi-Fi, some fun and games. Everything is all good. I think we're about to get going. Hi, it's Kirit Pankania. This is a rapido conversation, and we shall begin in a few minutes. Just a glass of water, good nutrition. Marjo, hello. Hi there. Bit of housekeeping, bookkeeping. Hema, can you hear me? A few thumbs up or just mention in the comments so I know you can hear me. And then we shall begin. When I say rapido, I mean like rapido. Just let me know if you can hear me so we can begin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Somewhere in the world, someone is either waking up, someone's going to sleep, someone's having their third breakfast of the day. And it's good to see you all. And if you're watching this as a newbie, tell me you're a newbie. And if you're watching on replay, then it's replay. Do share, because there's always valuable content. Even if I say so myself, but more important than that, cheeky, the feedback I get from people is that the lives are really helping to transform lives around the world. So the live is helping to transform lives around the world. So it's fantastic. Sanjay Bhai, namaste. Kemcho. Jem, Liam, my cheesecake brother. Say hi to Jade. And let me see. Oh yes, Shaheen. Yeah, Zara and I, we have to negotiate the ice cream, etc., etc. And that's going to be a lot of fun too. To everybody watching, thank you for your time. And just wanted to, just say thank you to all of you. Some tremendous value coming in all the lives. And what I mean by the importance of sharing is even from the one we did on Friday. That's just gone all over the place. It's fantastic. And the beautiful thing about it is that people who perhaps I might not have connected with, but they've been able to connect to it, to a message, and it's actually changing people's lives. And it's fantastic. And that's what we can do together. Sharing is caring. We can all make a positive, powerful difference, not just in our life, but in the lives of all the people that we're graced to serve. To just look after ourselves, we're very selfish. But it does begin with, looking after yourself. What's that you say, Liam? The ladies flattered all these mentions from Superman himself. Shocking. I'd like to speak to my attorney at this point. My sister Alka from Leicester. Actually, I'm in your neck of the woods next week, Alka, at the Success Summit 2. It's going to be amazing, and I'm going to be bringing some of the best nuggets, some of the best wisdom, some of the stuff that I share at Harvard and Yale and other places around the world. Stuff that people pay very handsomely for because it's changed their lives. They take the advice, they implement it, their lives change, they share it, other people's lives change, and together we make the world a better place. I'm not interested in slow progress. I'm an expert in rapid, radical transformation. More positive thinking, rapid, radical transformation. Just want to say a quick shout out to a friend that I'm delighted to see, Janetta from Poland, Cześć. And that's as far as the Polish is going to go today. Right. Thank you all for joining me. Next weekend, Success Summit 2. I'm never quite sure whether it's Leicester or Coventry, but, many people are going to be there, and I am coming along, especially to give you a mind blasting, and I'll be sharing with you something that will truly blow your mind. So, come prepared, because your life is going to be transported to a whole new level. I do programs called galactic superstar. And it truly is out of this world. Right, so what is today's topic about? Well, first of all, I mean, are you having a good weekend? You know, it's nice to have a little bit of a conversation too. Are you having a good weekend? Are you? Are you? Yes? No? What's the weekend? Some people are wondering. Gem, Diamond, are you having a good weekend? Honestly. See, the subject of this topic, or this live is, you know, are you setting up your weekend for success or failure? And in fact, are you setting yourself up for success or failure? See, what I find is most people, they're working Monday to Friday, usually. There are a few skivers who come to work and are, but generally speaking, you're working Monday to Friday. And not many people, and this is just from my experience, not many people who are working for somebody else are ecstatic about Monday morning. They're not usually ecstatic about Tuesday. And they are just waiting for TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. That's what they're waiting for. So they get to Friday and they think, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I've got to the end of the week. Friday's here. What we'll do is come Saturday we'll let our hair down. We'll go out, party and just have some me time. And then suddenly it's Sunday. That's right. And then doom and gloom because they've got to get through Sunday, do all the housework, and then prepare for another Monday, a miserable Monday when it could be a marvelous Monday. They're looking for, so they are only looking forward to get to the end of the week so they can have a Saturday when for a lot of people, so certainly in the United Kingdom, and I know in the States as well, they'll knock themselves out basically. Too much alcohol, overindulge in everything, and then somehow get to Sunday morning, and then by Sunday afternoon, the dread and the doom and the gloom starts to kick in. Viraj, namaste to India, to loads of people here from all over the world. It's fantastic. It's amazing what technology can do, isn't it? Especially if you've got a powerful message. There's a few people out there who are just talking gibberish. Is that a language? No, it's just gibberish. But if you've got a powerful message, it's great to see people and to share that message. So what I'm saying to you is, they're only kind of living half a day in the week. And that's the Saturday. That's the Saturday that they're living. And you've got to ask yourself, well, is that really a way to live? Hey, Leona, I'll be seeing you next weekend. Going to be mind-blowing. But then you think to yourself, well, actually, some people work Saturdays and Sundays. So the weekend is, well, much the same as every other day of the week. So when do you actually start to plan your successful life? If you're always working, and you're not working on something that is for your success, is there any wonder that you are stuck? See, I've said this many, many times. The secret to success and the secret to failure, write this down, is exactly the same. Wow, Kirat, thanks very much. I really appreciate that. I feel so much better now. No, it's true. The secret to success and the secret to failure is exactly the same. Well, what do I mean? What do I mean? How many people in this room? What do I mean? I mean that success is doing a specific, defined series of steps consistently over a period of time. Got that? Success is doing a defined series of steps consistently over a period of time. But so is failure. Now, what you've got to define is, what are the steps that I'm taking in my life? Are they getting me closer to success or to failure? But most people don't invest the time to find out what they really want. I mean, I kid you not. I mean, there are people who spend more time investing in a 2-week holiday, south of France, Europe, Far East, whatever, a 2-week holiday, than they ever invest in determining their life. And the truth is, if you spend the time planning a 2-week holiday and you put the planning in, guess what? You'll have a great holiday. But you never spend the time planning your life. What's more important, a 2-week holiday or your life? Think about it. There are people out there who are saying, if only I had the money, I would do this. But they're the people who should be finding the money. There are people saying, if only I had more time, I would do this. But they're exactly the people that should be finding the time. Cynthia, good to see you. There are people who are saying, if only I had better health, but they're not taking the time and the energy to invest in their health. Opportunity comes at inopportune times. That's my experience. I've said this before. Usually when you are to the max in everything, then an opportunity comes along. And that's when you've got to decide, my God, this is what I really want. Am I going to step up or am I going to sit down? Yeah, are you going to step up or are you going to sit down? Because, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Yes or yes? Can I hear that? Is that a yes or yes? If it was easy, everybody would do it. But if you want a different life, first of all, you need to know what you want. And it sounds simple. Oh, well, once I know what I want, it happens. Well, to be honest, it helps. Once you know what you want and you invest the time and energy in finding out what you want, you are more than halfway there. Because if you don't know, you're running around like a headless chicken. No offense to the chickens. I know sometimes I talk about hamsters in cages. Today we're talking about chickens. But it's okay. All life is precious. I know there's a few turkeys around there thinking Thanksgiving is coming up. We need to get to a refuge fast. Then Christmas. Yeah, well, that's about lifestyle and choices, and that's a different discussion for a different day. But you must find out where you are going, what is important to you. And next week there's going to be lots of speakers at this Success Summit SS2, and I'm going to be closing off the meeting, with a powerful, I call it mind blasting. It's going to be rapid radical transformation, and you're going to have the opportunity to really take your life to another level. How do I know it works? Because it's worked for thousands of people around the world. The fundamentals are always there, but how do you tweak the fundamentals? I'll share that with you. I'll give you a chance to learn. I'm going to give you a chance to participate. This is not for action fakers. This is only for action takers. You got that? So, I'm talking about the weekend, because that's usually when most people find they have some time. You're not tied to your desk. Tied to your desk. Interesting story. What was I talking about on the Friday? I was talking about banging the door, when I meant to say banging on the door of opportunity. I'm sure my brother Prajesh will remind me. Sorry, but what was I saying? Yeah, look, opportunity comes at inopportune times. When you get to your weekends, you've got to find some time, and I do this. You've got to sit down, and this is key. Write this down. Self-care is paramount. Self-care is paramount. If you don't take the time out for yourself, then you know what? It's unlikely anybody else ever will. So you can't fill from an empty cup. So you've got to book some time out for yourself. Weekends are a fantastic time to do it because you're not tied to your desk, you're not working to some deadline, you're not commuting to work, and this applies even if you're self-employed. Even if you're self-employed. There are some people who are thinking, oh, he's talking about people with a job. No, I'm talking to you. If you're self-employed, I know people who are self-employed And whether they're small business owners, and in fact, I know some people, they're my clients, and I've helped to transform them from running, businesses that were with a turnover 10 million a year to 100 million a year to 250 million a year, and a couple to a billion plus a year. And even these people, they are running all the time. And one of the key fundamentals is to say, okay, listen, you need to slow down sometimes so we can speed up later on. Your self-care is so important. You don't want to be the richest man in hospital or the richest woman in the grave or whatever. Yeah? Your health is priority. Once you realize that you are important and your self-care matters, it's a fundamental. It's we all say, I know, I'll do it tomorrow. No. The fact you're saying I'll do it tomorrow is telling me you don't really appreciate your self-care, your self-value, your self-concept. We're all like this. If someone's in trouble, we're down there like the super firefighters, helping them out. But there's a fire going on in your head and in your life. And what are you doing? I'll deal with it later. And that's just fanning the flames of your despair. Yeah? Kerry, I feel so much better for this conversation. But it's true. Liam, you're right. It's wealth follows, or I like to say flows from good health. So it's very, very important that you look at yourself and you take some time out. Self-care, it's really, really important. And the weekend is a good time to do it. I mean, if you're working 7 days a week, then, you need to work out when are you going to find the time. And if you're telling me that you can't find the time, then you know what? That's the BS in your head. That's not just a belief system. That is the bullshit in your head. Because you are never going to have more time. The most time you had is when you were born. Since then, the clock's been ticking. You'll have 1 day less tomorrow. Think about it. Yeah? This is important for your welfare. Most people just get to the weekend, survive a Saturday, Sunday is despair, another 5 days, Saturday, Sunday, despair, another 5 days, and before you know it, the week is over, the month is over, the year is over, and very, very quickly afterwards, your life is over. Then you look back and you think, what if? Oh, if only I had, if only. Yeah. In fact, in the word if, there's a very important letter, and it's not the second one, it's the first one. I. You've got to put yourself first. So you pencil out that time. Yeah, it's really important. I mean, for some people, I like to do my planning on a Sunday. Just for me, the week starts on a Sunday. My concept of a weekend is, I don't have weekends. So I know because I don't have weekends. If you think about it, those people who work in 7 days a week, you don't have a weekend perhaps. At least decide on a day when you're going to do your planning. So I'd like to do my planning on a Sunday. But I'm planning all the time. But generally speaking, the strategic planning happens on a Sunday. First thing in the morning, Sunday morning, sit down. Switch the, distractions off. Get your pen and paper out. And plan your week. If you plan your week, one of the top tips regarding that is whatever's bothering you the most, deal with that first. Yeah? What's the phrase? It's, what's that book? Eat That Frog, something like that. Deal with the hardest task first. There are people who are thinking, I'll leave the hardest task till Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. No. Deal with it first, because when you complete things, it gives you more confidence and gives you more energy. Yeah? It's like if you're moving a house, for example, lift the heavy stuff first. Don't move around the little vase. There's a story about a vase, I'll tell you later. The little vase, the odd book, etc. Because all that is depleting your energy slowly. Look, move the heavy stuff first while you've got the strength. Then come to the little stuff. So self-care is really important. Sit down, decide the things that you want to do, the things that you need to do, and this is really key. You'll have a list. You'll have, this is important, this is not so important, this is significant, this is urgent. only do the stuff that is urgent, important, and significant. Urgent, important, and significant. Don't waffle about doing all the mundane stuff. Yeah? There are people who are procrastinators. You know what a procrastinator is? I'm going to do this, but first I'm going to bake a cake. Or procrastinators. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to have one more coffee. BS. Start. But the most important thing about the weekend is if you don't have to do any of the work necessarily, but plan the things you need to do. Because if you take care of yourself, then you start to make your list about things you need to do, urgent, important, and significant. Are you getting this? If you're getting value, please share with people. Yeah, it might sound really simple stuff, but if you're not doing it, your results will speak for themselves. And the people who are doing it, their results speak for themselves as well. Yeah, so sometimes it's the simple stuff that you're not doing. It's the fundamentals. You know, you're building a house. Spend the time doing the architectural blueprints. Get that right. Then you can build, you know, a 1-story or a 2-story or a 3-story. You know, you've got the right foundation. Does this make sense to you? Hello? Hello? Does this make sense to you? Yes? Does it make sense to you? Am I the only one this makes sense to? You know? So self-care is really important. Find a time, you know, book it out. You book out that time and you sit down. It doesn't have to be a long process. It could be, I'm going to dedicate half an hour on a particular day in the week. And I say the weekends are a good time because most people aren't working weekends. But if you are, find a time. And you book out that time and you make a list of, you know, you'll have a list of everything. Mundane, would be nice to do, but only do the urgent, important, and significant. Yeah? Second thing, if you need help, ask for help. I've said this many, many times. Ask for help. When you start doing your work in the course of the week, because you scheduled it, yeah, do the hardest job first. Because if you get the hardest job done first, it will give you momentum. And momentum is energy in flow. Yeah? There are a lot of people who are thinking and thinking and thinking. And as I've said to you before, unless you're some great spiritual master and you can just think it into life, yeah, which is basically me, a couple of people here. Yeah, you need to have intention coupled with congruent, consistent action. Yeah? Congruent, consistent action. And to create a great life, you know, life management is about time management. Write this down. Life management is about time management. If you're not valuing your time, nobody else is either. Right? So, if you do this properly, guess what? You'll have a better Monday to Friday. Come Saturday and Sunday, you'll have a better time of it because you're already on top of your work. Does this make sense to you? Otherwise, you're living from desperation to despair to destruction. And you're better than that. You're better than that. I know it, you know it. This isn't for my benefit, this is for your benefit. So anyway, this is Kirit Pankania. If you found value, share it with people. Ultimately, it is about self-care. Book out some time, you know, on the weekend, or if you work 7 days a week, you find that time. And if you're telling me you can't find the time, then you're lying to yourself. Yeah. How can you be there for other people if you can't be there for yourself? Think about it. All of us have commitments. If you knew the kind of commitments I have, most of you would have a heart attack. And I don't mean that to be rude, it's a fact. If you knew what I have to do, and I actually love doing, but the things I have to do, most of you would have a heart attack. And people say, Kirit, you're really successful, you do all this and you do that, and you do that. I say, yes, because I know where I want to go. I commit the energy to it. I keep going. I don't quit. I mean, Leona, you know, if Leona Burton, she's doing some amazing stuff. Because you've got to have that mindset. Yeah, you're going to get knockbacks. You're going to get some obstacles, but you've got to know where you're going. You know, Lubna, my friend. Counselor Lubna. if you if you don't know what's important to you, if you're not taking care of yourself, then really nothing else matters. Not all the money in the world. There are people who are, buried in various cemeteries and cremated elsewhere, who had fortunes, but they never lived a life. I'm always saying to people, don't leave a legacy, live a legacy. My brother Ashok, Ashok Bhai, love to see you. Love to see. I'll be seeing you today. I'm not sure, but I'll be seeing you shortly, nonetheless. So, in closing, this is a rapido one, but in closing, schedule that time out, and don't tell me you can't find the time. I guarantee you, if someone was throwing a party next week, a surprise party, you would find the time, wouldn't you? If someone passed away and you had to go and pay your respects, guess what? You'd find the time, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? So why not find the time for you? Make a consistent habit of finding that time, because success and failure are the same system. What are you doing on a consistent basis? Identify it. And then, if it's not serving you, change it. But until you sit down and schedule that time, you'll never know. You'll be like that hamster in a cage, or you'll be that headless chicken, and frankly, you deserve better than that. So I'm Kirit Pankania. Schedule that time. Do only what's urgent, important, and significant. Do the hardest job first. Build momentum. And as you do that, you'll have more energy. And everything, is energy. So anyway, I hope you find this valuable. Share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies if you have any. You know what? It might just be the kick up the backside that they need. Yeah? Might just be the best. As I say to people, even enemies can show respect. Yeah? It might just be the kick up the backside that they need. But most important of all, be kind to yourself. Look after one another. Next weekend, and you're going to have your mind blown. I mean, there's going to be some amazing people there. And Superman's going to be there. Got the red pants ready. Take it easy. And, hey, Jennifer, yes, energize. For you Trekkies out there, it's going to be amazing. And there'll be a few more lives in the course of this week telling you about other stuff that's going on. But, if you want me to work with you and help you, look, go to the website, all the W's, tkcleadership.com. But the best part is the testimonials. I would say all the W's, tkcleadership.com/testimonials. Together, we make the world a better place. Not just thinking about it, but by taking congruent, consistent action, day by day, one person at a time, changing the life. Not just for me, not just for you, but all generations to come. Have a beautiful day, and bye for now.